Now we'll take a look at central tendency a little bit more in depth, and we'll practice doing some calculations with mean, median, and mode. Measures of central tendency are those values that represent a typical or a central entry of a data set. The three most commonly used values are mean, median, and mode. And also a little bit later we'll be taking a look at the weighted mean and how to calculate that. The mean is the sum of the data entries divided by the number of entries in the set. Here are the two formulas that we use to calculate the mean. We have the formula for a population mean as well as the sample mean. For example, here's a data set. Notice that there are 7 data entries in the data set, and they range anywhere from 440 up to 840. In order to calculate the mean, we're going to add each number and then divide by 7. If we add all the numbers on the numerator, we get 3,590. Divide that number by 7 and you get your mean, 512.9. The median is the value that lies in the middle of the data when the data set is ordered. Not all the time will your data sets be ordered, so it's necessary to order those before you find the median. Odd numbers of entries means that the median is going to be the middle number. When you have an even number of entries, the median is in the middle as well, but you have to take the two middle entries, add them together, and divide by 2 in order to get the actual median. Here's an example. Here's a data set that's unordered. We ordered the data set from least to greatest, and we find that the middle number is 470, and that's our median. Here's another example where there are an even number of data entries. Here's the data set unordered. Here it is ordered. The two middle numbers, 470 and 480, are added together, divided by 2, and you get 475 as your median. The mode is the data entry that occurs with the greatest frequency, as you already told us, Kelly. When no entry is repeated, then there is no mode. When there are 2 or more entries with the same greatest frequency, each one of them is the mode. Here's an example. Here's our data set unordered. Now we order our data set in order to find the mode, only because it's easier to recognize the pattern if we order them from least to greatest or greatest to least. In this case, we've ordered it again from least to greatest. Notice that 440 occurs twice, and it has the greatest frequency. Thus, the mode is 440. Here's an example when there's no mode. Notice that all the data entries in the set are different. Here's an example where there are 2 or more entries with the same greatest frequency. Notice that there's 440 twice. Do you see another number that's there twice?
No.
Okay. Okay, well actually 500 is there twice.
I was looking at the wrong spot, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So you see that there are 2 entries of 440 and 2 entries of 500. So the modes in this case are 440 and 500.